So then you move into the right lane, and the plaintiff's car is at least 2.5 to 3 car lengths ahead of you. Is that what happened?
I believe so, yes.
Wouldn't that have given you enough time to hit your brakes?
My brake gave out when I tried to press on them. That's the reason why I kind of...
But you say in your papers that your line of vision was blocked by a car in front of you, and when you made your right turn, you immediately crashed into the plaintiff. Is that true?
Well, it happened in seconds, Your Honor, and I didn't see it, so when it happened, I tried to turn back, but that's
so how fast were you going?
40 miles an hour.
If you're going 40 miles an hour, wouldn't that have given you enough time to stop if that sketch is accurate?
I don't think so, Your Honor, because the vehicle was fully stopped. It wasn't moving. If it was moving, that would have been a different story.
Your Honor, I kind of want to explain from his diagram, like what I observed.
What?
It kind of looks like he was trying to go around the other cars to get in front of them. And it's common sense when you drive. If somebody is to try to go around the other cars, they do speed up. So for him to
Not
say
necessarily, young lady.
Was,
no, the real problem
is
to
the freeway.
There's a significant issue here that you don't have a license. Not having a license could mean that you contributed to the accident by your behavior. There is such a thing as contributory negligence, where, in a sense, both of you can be right and both of you can be wrong.
I mean, I
have nothing further.
Ms. Cuevas, what was your understanding of what you were allowed to do with a learner's permit? Because aren't you supposed to have an adult with you in the front seat?
Yes, but like I don't live far from there. Like I said, it was just to get there and that's it. I wasn't using my car for anything else. So for me, I was just using it to get there because I work late night shifts there. And Tori does as well. That's why we were out at that time, because we're closers there at that restaurant. And it was just to drop Tori off home quick and then go home and sleep.
Okay, I'm pretty much, are y'all good to go?
I have what I need.
Parties are excused while we deliberate. Thank you very much.
This courtroom is now in recess.
Okay, so I feel bad for the plaintiff. Clearly, she was going to work. She needs to work. She has a learner's permit. She should not have been driving that day, and that is the issue. Now, I do believe, and Judge Corriero, you pointed this out with the defendant's aerial view, that he had some significant time, at least enough to pump the brakes. And I believe that he was speeding. I don't believe that he was actually going 40 miles an hour, and I believe that's why he was given a speeding citation. However, she was stopped in the lane of traffic. So whether she had hazard lights on before or after the accident doesn't really make a difference, because putting the hazard lights on doesn't make what she did legal.
Right. So let's say there's contributory negligence.
Okay.
We can apportion that and arrive at a figure. Let me hear your
I have to be honest.
liability issue.
I'm not entirely satisfied that he was speeding. 40 miles an hour is pretty fast on a surface street. Yeah. And from what I saw, the 1 or 2 car lengths wouldn't necessarily be enough time for him to come to a complete stop and not hit her. I think at the end of the day, this comes down to she stopped in the middle of the street to drop a friend off. Hazards or not, this was not an emergency. And what troubled me the most was there was a driveway she could have pulled into. Yeah. And so this was entirely preventable. And again, I feel for her.
You believe he has insurance?
No, I'm not satisfied he has insurance at all. I would say that's a knock against him, but it doesn't determine liability for me.
Judge Corriero wants to give the plaintiff something.
No. Of course. Listen,
and I will say she was driving without a license.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
This is a court of law, and sometimes we have to do things that we don't like to do because we have to follow the law. Yeah. But then there are times when the law has to bend to do justice, because it's not perfect, like we are not perfect in assessing things. So putting aside the compassion, the understanding of her plight, I tend to agree with you.
So you can't drive with a learner's permit.
Yeah.
And not only can you not drive with a learner's permit, but more importantly to me, you can't stop in the middle of a lane of traffic on a busy street in the middle of the night. Just not a safe way to drive. Yeah.
Okay.
So we have a verdict.
Yes.